Hello and welcome to another episode of Diet Coke with Capril. It's late in the afternoon, just not in the mood for coffee. Sorry about the casual look, but I'm working from home, so you get it. Okay, today I want to talk about conversion. What kind of conversion? Temperature conversion. I actually know the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion pretty well in my head. You give me a Celsius, and I'll tell you what it is in Fahrenheit. I also know, without even converting, what a nice day is in Celsius. Yeah, I know, no big deal. I just thought I'd throw that out. No, I want to discuss the issue of Roth conversion. Now, I've discussed this before, and I want to talk about it again because I get these questions a lot, and they're great questions. So the first question is, if I am over the age of 65, should I consider converting some of my IRA 401k money to a Roth? And if you know me well, you know the answer is always it depends. But let's discuss some of the issues. When we are converting money from a pre-tax vehicle like a 401k or an IRA that's never been taxed to a Roth, which is money that you have paid the tax on, but all the growth you get going forward comes to tax-free. When we do that conversion, it counts as taxable income in the year in which you do it. Now, you don't have to do all the account. You can do partially if you are so inclined. So you could do 20 grand, 30 grand, 100 grand, whatever you want to do. The first thing we have to ask ourselves is, how much tax will you owe when you do that? All right. Will you be able to stay in your current tax bracket, or will it be pushing you up to a higher bracket? And if it does push you up to a higher bracket, does it make sense? Now, keep this in mind. The only reason that I'm a proponent of conversion is because I feel strongly that tax rates will rise in the future. Now, I don't know when, but we've got like $35 trillion in debt, and the baby boomers just keep retiring. I'm turning 61 tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. See, I don't even keep track of these things. I'm at the tail end of the baby boomer. So, and then of course the generation that follows that is pretty big as well. So there's a need for a lot of money as more and more baby boomers go into what we call the entitlement spending years, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, et cetera. So I'm a big believer that we are going to need more tax dollars. I don't know how they're going to get it, but they're going to get it. And so right now we live in the lowest tax rates of our lifetime. And because I am concerned that when I'm in my 70s and 80s, I'll be paying at a higher rate than I would be paying now, converting some of the money to me makes sense. Now, if rates stay the same or go down, then it wouldn't make sense. So it's a type of thing that maybe what we do is we hedge our bets a little bit. So the first thing I want to ask myself is, whatever I convert, what's going to be the cost of that tax-wise? All right. Now, sometimes, depending on your situation, you may actually be able to convert tax-free if you have deductions that are in excess of your income, which means you don't pay any income taxes. Then you could, in essence, convert some things tax-free. Can be done. But the other thing we got to ask ourselves is going to be, if we do this conversion and it increases our income, it could also trigger two other things. Number one, it could raise your Medicare Part B premiums if you're over 65. I won't bore you with the math, but it's a possibility. The other thing that it could do is make more of your Social Security benefits subjected to income tax. Depending on your situation, you may be getting all your Social Security tax-free. And if you do a conversion, it's going to potentially remove that for at least a year. So we have to weigh these things out as we go. Now, the nice thing about doing it in your 60s, after age 59 and a half, is when you convert it, you can use part of the conversion to pay the tax. There's no penalty to doing that. So if I wanted to convert 100,000 and I wanted to send 20,000 of that to the IRS, I could either convert 120 and put 100 in and then put 100 into the Roth and then pay the tax for the extra 20, or I could send 20 to the IRS and convert 80. I wouldn't have to come up with the money on my own. So that's nice. The other nice thing about once you're age 59 and a half, you don't have to wait for 5 years to tap into the converted money. So it does have some real benefits to it. And it is something worth discussing. So if you're not sure, if we haven't discussed this before, if you want us to do some analysis for you, I pay a lot of money for the software we use. So feel free to take me up on it. We'd love to sit down with you, kind of go over it, see if it's a good strategy. Okay, so conversion might be a good thing to do, might not. It depends on your situation, like everything. But let's give it some discussion. All right, take care.